Let me start by saying this. Nothing replaces human creativity. We are invaluable. But here's the thing. We need to rethink our relationship with AI. Hi, I'm Harrison Caldera, studio owner, music producer, and no-code and automation enthusiast. Today, I'm going to talk about how you can potentially use AI in your music production ethically. AI is not starting from scratch. It's actually remixing what is already there. So it's not as innovative as we might think. I've tested this myself, and you can typically tend to hear a AI beat or an AI sound or AI chat. So we're all using AI to shake up our day, to make it different, to have a different opinion, have a different voice, maybe brainstorm. But in the audio world, how do you use it to make beats or work with artists or in any capacity here? Especially in a field where creativity is everything, this might be a bit confusing and has left me in a loop as well. I'm going to focus on three things. The first is rethinking our relationship with AI. Number two is how we could potentially use it as music producers or maybe even music engineers. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to speak to the music production realm. The third is the most crucial part, which is making AI work for you, not the other way around where we get too reliant on AI. Point number one, AI is not creating something new, it's remixing something. So that's always good to keep in mind, that you're not going to get something completely brand new and innovative and crazy. There's always this tinge of this is AI produced. And think of it as a tool, not as a replacement. The more you think of it as a tool, like something like a video game controller or maybe a new instrument or a new MIDI pad, it makes it conceptually easier to digest. And the third is use AI in a way that boosts your creativity and it does not hinder it. The main way to use AI as a music production tool is in the brainstorming phase. This is extremely important because it helps as a generation kit. Instead of thinking it as AI, try to think of it as maybe a junior producer or somebody who is less experienced or somebody who might have something to share outside the box, and you can kind of riff on ideas, especially when you're using apps like Sonos AI. I'm going to focus on Sonos AI today. If I didn't say that already, I'm saying that now. And you give it a prompt, you tell it what to do, and it spits out a musical idea. There's other audio engineering tools, but I think this is the most powerful right now for music production. Now in Sono, whatever you want to call it, you put in a prompt, and after you put in the prompt, it generates a song. So a very specific song tailored to whatever you tell it to do. So it could be like grunge, hip hop, or you could put any kind of genre together. Now, to use this as a brainstorming tool, you can put a prompt in if you're looking to create a specific genre and generate some ideas, some concepts, something to riff off of. And I like it a lot because when you get the idea, it's a full formed idea. You don't get the instruments, you don't get the stems. So you can typically hear changes that you want to make or things you want to improve on. Once you put in the prompt and get your track, you can fine tune those ideas. So you can take it out of the system, go to a stem splitter. I use Logic Pro, and split the stems and start riffing on those ideas. Now, let's say you have a conversation with your client asking for a specific thing. This is very important too, because if the client isn't sure about the sound, but they're trying to communicate an idea, you can put it into Sono, and it will put out an idea, and you can send it back to your client, say, is this kind of the vibe that you're looking for? And they could say yes, no, maybe it's completely wrong. And you can tell them, well, this is what you told me, and this is the sound of that genre. And so it gives them quick feedback so they can refine their ideas. Maybe it's close, and you can take out that track, split the stems, and start working from there. So Suno cannot customize instrumentation, and that's where your unique touch comes into play. And just a tidbit there, I think you could actually create samples from this too, sample ideas. So I want to focus on the last point I want to make here. You want to make AI work for you and not the other way around. So these are 3 quick tips to keep this in the ballpark of being ethical. And again, this is all in my opinion. You can let me know in the comments below if you feel differently. Would love to spark a discussion from this and talk about this more, because it's a realm, it's a field that I'm discovering, and I'm trying to parse out these ideas and see if they work and if they're ethical, if it works good for people. But yeah, anyways, so the first thing it does, it speeds up the brainstorming process, which is great. It's almost like you put in a prompt to ChatGPT. What are some ideas that I can speak about? brainstorm this, and it gives you an outlay, an outline for you to discuss. And that doesn't mean you have to keep to the outline. You can refine it, but it just sparks that brainstorming process. The second thing is rapidly prototyping. You know, working with musicians, they have a lot of ideas, a lot of concepts. It's hard for some people to push out ideas very quickly, and this gives them a way to vibe and allows you to vibe as well, less pressure to hear what they're feeling. So the last point I want to drive this home is that you want to let AI handle the repetitious stuff, and you want to keep your creativity in check. Meaning you want to stay creative. If you're just relying on this and you're using this software to generate all these beats and all these tracks and sending, I'm not entirely sure about that, but if you use it as like a jumping point, it sounds good to me. So the bottom line is that AI is a powerful tool and it's only as good as how you use it. If you like this video, let me know. Subscribe if you want some more tips on navigating the intersection of creativity and technology. I'm a little bit in that space right now and I'm carving out this niche for myself. So I'm also figuring it out too, y'all. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.